This next list is all of my vehicles dividend stocks. So it includes auto and truck manufacturers as well as parts. And to be honest, a lot of them the dividend is not great, but this one, Ferrari, sticks out like a sore thumb in that its dividend history that I could find is really brief. It was like one or two dividend payments over the last few years. So I'm going to keep my eye on it, and I'd say I'll give it a trial period of a year because most of these stocks that I'm holding, I've held a lot of them for quite a while, but something like an annually paying stock, if you miss the dividend date, the ex-dividend date, you could be a year waiting for the next one. So I'm going to give every stock a trial period of a year, and if I don't receive a dividend from any of them by next year, probably next Christmas, I'll do a little purge and I'll remove the ones that don't pay very often or don't seem to pay at all. Because there's so many that there probably is a few that don't pay or have stopped paying, but I'll give them a chance for a year. So the first one in this list is CIE Automotive. Ticker symbol is CIE. It's about €22 per share. It's a Spanish dividend stock based in Spain, and it's in the auto and truck parts industry. It's engaged in the production of biofuels as well as in the supply of components and sub-assemblies for the automotive industry. It's also involved in the IT sector with the provision of technological solutions for the healthcare, education, sustainability, transport and communication sectors. So its current dividend yield is about 1.99% and it pays a semi-annual dividend, but I have not received one yet. It's a quarterly profit margin is about 9% and annually is about 6%. Its quarterly debt to assets is about 84%. And over the last year is about 87, and its annual cash flow from operating is 391 million, from investing is negative 251 million, and from financing is about negative 53 million. Next is Daimler AG, which is Mercedes-Benz. Ticker symbol is DAI. It's about €72 per share at the moment, and it's in the auto and truck manufacturers industry, based in Germany, and engages in the development, production and distribution of cars, trucks and vans in Germany, and the management of the Daimler Group. So this includes Mercedes-Benz cars, Daimler trucks, Mercedes vans, Daimler buses and Daimler Financial Services. Its current dividend yield is about 1.8%. and it pays an annual dividend. The last one I received was for 99 cents per share in euro. So its quarterly profit margin is about 8%, and over the last year is about 2%. Its quarterly debt to assets is about 76%, and over the last year is about 78%. And its annual cash flow from operating is 22.33 billion. From investing is about 6.4 billion in the negative, and from financing is about 10.75 billion also in the negative. Next is Ferrari. Ticker symbol is RACE. It's about $216 per share at the moment. So it's based in Italy, but it's a US stock. It's on the New York Stock Exchange. And it's in the auto and truck manufacturing industry. So it's an Italy-based designer, manufacturer and retailer of sports cars that's incorporated in the Netherlands. Operating under the Ferrari brand, its sports cars portfolio includes the F12 Bernaletta, the FF, the Ferrari 488 GTB, the Spider, Speciale, California and LaFerrari. And it also offers financing services through Ferrari Financial Services. So it divides its regional markets in Europe, the Middle East, India, Africa, the Americas, China, Greater China, and the rest of APAC, which is the Asia Pacific region, excluding Greater China. So about 60 markets worldwide. So there is a dividend yield given, and it's 0.48%, but I'm not sure how often or how much it pays in the dividend. So its annual profit margin is about 20%, and over the last year is about 18%, 17.5%. Its quarterly debt to assets is about 69%, and over the last year is about 71%. And its annual cash flow from operating is about 838 million. From investing is negative 708 million, but from financing is 339 million. Next is Genuine Parts. Ticker symbol is GPC. About $122 per share. Based in the US, in Atlanta. And it's in the auto and truck parts industry. So it's engaged in the distribution of automotive replacement parts, industrial replacement parts, and electrical/electronic materials. So its segments include automotive, industrial, and other. Current dividend yield of 2.66%, and it pays a quarterly dividend, but I haven't received one yet. Its profit margin over the last quarter is about 4%, and over the last year is negative 0.18%, so just barely in the negative. Its quarterly debt to assets is about 77%, and over the last year is about 76%. And its annual cash flow from operating is about 2 billion, from investing is about 171 million, but from financing is negative 1.5 billion. Next is Illinois Toolworks. Ticker symbol is ITW. It's about $215 per share at the moment. It's in the auto and truck parts industry. It's a manufacturer of industrial products and equipment, operating through 7 segments. It's the automotive OEM segment, the food equipment segment, the test and measurement and electronics segment, a welding segment, polymers and fluids segment, construction product segment, and specialty product segment. So quite a lot. Current dividend yield is 2.14%. And it pays a quarterly dividend. The last one I received was for 97 cents per share. So its quarterly profit margin is about 21%, and over the last year is about 17%. Quarterly debt to assets is 77%, and over the last year is about 80%. And its annual cash flow from operating is about 2.81 billion, from investing is negative 214 million, and from financing is negative 2.05 billion. Next is Magna International, ticker symbol MGA. It's on quite a bit of a long-term downtrend. So that's the kind of peak 30th of May of this year at $103. And we're now down to about 75. So that's actually quite a nice little discount. Yeah, I'm about 17% down from when I got in. So sorry, ticker symbol is MGA. It's about $75 per share. Based in Canada. I think it's on the US markets. Yeah, New York Stock Exchange. So it's a mobility technology company with segments including body exteriors and structures, power and vision, seating system, and complete vehicles. Its product capabilities include the body, the chassis, the exterior, seating, the powertrain, active driver assistance, electronics, mirrors and lighting, mechatronics, and roof systems. It's also fuel systems, lightweight components, engineered glass. Covers the whole lot. Tail lamps, small lighting, foam and trim products. Very nice. Dividend yield of 2.21%. And it pays a quarterly dividend, but I haven't received one as of today. Quarterly profit margin is about 4.69%, and over the last year is about 2%. Its quarterly debt to assets is close to 60%, and its annual debt to assets is also about 60%. And its annual cash flow from operating is 3.28 billion, from investing is negative 1.4 billion, and from financing is 81 million. And the last one on this list is Volkswagen, and this VO3, this is the preferred shares. So I have to buy the normal, not normal, what's the word, common stock, I suppose. But the normal ticker symbol is VOW, and this one for the preferred shares is VOW3. It's about €187 per share, based in Germany, and it's in the auto and truck manufacturing industry. So it operates through 4 segments, which are passenger cars, commercial vehicles, power engineering, and financial services, which comprise of dealer and customer financing, leasing, banking, insurance activities, fleet management, and mobility services. So its portfolio includes Volkswagen, Audi, Seat, Skoda, Bentley, Bugatti, Lamborghini, Porsche, Ducati, Volkswagen commercial vehicles, Scania, and MAN, M-A-N. 660,000 employees. It's a big one, and a nice earnings per share of nearly €20 per share. So its dividend yield is about 2.4%, pays an annual dividend, and the last one I received was for €3.58 per share. Its quarterly profit margin is about 7.5%, and over the last year is about 4%. Its quarterly debt to assets is about 73%, and over the last year is about 74%. And its annual cash flow from operating is 24.9 billion, from investing is negative 22.69 billion, and from financing is about 7.6 billion. So that's it for this list. I don't actually have very much vehicle manufacturing dividend stocks, so it's another list that needs a good bit of bulking up. Now there's quite a lot of big car brands that could be added in here, but it's just the dividends, whether or not they pay them. There's a lot of very famous and very successful vehicle manufacturers. Anyway, that's it for this one, and I hope that this was useful to you.